Okay, now we're going to add in a couple shapes. So we'll draw out a rectangle. Let's just, whatever size. Let's fill it with black. You can also do that over here in the properties panel. And then we can go, make sure it's selected and go to Object at the top menu, Convert Shape, and let's go to Triangle. So this is an easy way to get a triangle. We can rotate it if we kind of move our cursor to the corner of it. And then let's go to Edit, Step and Repeat. Let's see, where is that? There it is. And we will do 0 for vertical. Let's just enter that in. And then horizontal will be 0.125 and 3 for the count. And we can do a preview, and we've gotten 3 of those, so that's great. Let's go OK. So that actually made 4, that's fine. So move some of them over and then push Shift so you get them all selected, and click and make sure they're all selected. And then we can do, in the Properties panel, there should be a Distribute Spacing area. We can align them to the top, which they should all be aligned anyway, but the Distribute Spacing will help us to distribute all the spaces evenly. I think I want to make these smaller too, just a little bit. I'm gonna push, yeah, there we go. And maybe we'll move them over. Can't remember where I put them earlier, but maybe like right here or something. Okay, that's good. Enough. Okay, so let's add a big light gray box behind page 2. So we're going to grab the shapes. Let's just drag those out past the bleed line. Double click here. Let's get a nice nice gray color. Maybe like 0, 0, 0, and then we can do like 75 maybe. That might be a little too dark actually. Let's make it 30. And then let's arrange that to the back. Great. If we push W on our keyboard, you can see what our spread is starting to look like now. So next we will, let's see, check images in the links panel. So let's go ahead and open up the links panel, take a look at our mountains image. It's a JPEG, it's in RGB, which if this is a printed file, which this is going to be printed, it needs to be in CMYK, so we really need to check that color space in the link info in our links panel. And the effective PPI is 547, which is great because that's over 300. So to fix this and make it CMYK, let's do a control click on this, edit with Photoshop. And that should open up our image in Photoshop, and then we can go to image mode, CMYK color, push OK. Okay, and then we'll just do Command S, push OK. Let's go back into InDesign. The link should automatically update to CMYK, which it did. So let's look at the circle thingy. Same deal here, control click, edit with Photoshop, image mode, CMYK color, OK. I could also do a don't show again, Command S, push OK, go into InDesign, check that out, it's CMYK now, and the effective PPI on the circle thing, which is here, is 633, so it's definitely looking good there as far as the effective PPI, and now they're both in CMYK, so that's good. Next we'll do a text wrap. You can do a text wrap around a box or around the contours of an object in InDesign. As long as the image has a transparent background, you can do it around the contour of the image. So files with transparent backgrounds include PNG files, PDF files, I believe, and definitely PSD files. So let's bring in, let's do a text frame here. Bring that in. Let's do a file place. And let's bring in the record clipped. Push open. Let's go to properties and do the auto fit option. It didn't work. Okay, maybe fit content proportionally is the best option to use in the properties panel. For that, we want to bring this in. Maybe drag it over the top here. So you can see the text wrap area here. You can also go to Window Text Wrap to get the panel to show up. We can experiment with some of these. So that will actually do the box. So if I do a Command plus, this will actually do the bounding box around it. Or you can also do around the object shape, which is not actually quite what we're looking for. We can do, let's see, what is it? The alpha channel is the one where we can get it really totally around the shape. And we can even adjust the spacing around the edge if we need to, which doesn't really actually look better in this instance. But yeah, that's how we do the text wrap. So just going to show you that. The alpha channel is the one that you would use to get it to really wrap around the contour of the shape, as long as you have a transparent background. If we look at this, it's a PNG file. It is an RGB, which is kind of a bummer, but we can make it a PSD and CMYK if we wanted to. I'm not going to have you do that in this video. Okay. So let's work with some compound shapes. Let's grab this. I'm just going to click off real quick and then click back on. Let's do Command C, Command V to get the record again. Let's do Command X and let's just go to page 1 since we're kind of running out of room. I went to the Pages panel, double clicked on page 1, and then did Command V to bring in that record. So let's see here. Let's draw a circle with the ellipse tool. Let's do that here. Ellipse, let's push shift on our keyboard to get that perfect circle. And let's fill it with a color. Bring it on top. Definitely make sure it's on top of the object. So let's say maybe I want to just get rid of this label. So I'm going to cover up that label. Push shift to get both selected. Make sure you have both selected. And go to Object, Paths, Make Compound Path. And that will actually clip out the center of this object, so we don't even have to go into Photoshop. We can literally just use it like this. So I mean, maybe let's remove the text wrap in the Properties panel on this by clicking on this, no text wrap, and maybe we can, I don't know. Let's just do a Command T. Actually, not a key. Sorry, that's not Command T. Let's go to, let's see, where's it at? Free Transform tool. Push shift. And let's just size it down and use that as the O in over the precipice. It's not working amazingly well, but you get the point. Okay, we can close out of that text wrap panel. So let's do type on a path. Let's do a Command C and then click on page 1 and Command B to bring that up there again. Let's use the Free Transform tool again, push shift, make this larger, center it if we want to, just make it look nicer. So let's get type on a path, which is under the type tool. Let's click here and let's do here. Get zoomed in, sorry. Not sure if it's clicked, if this is going to work or not, actually. Maybe it's not going to work that way. Oh, yeah, I need to make a circle first. So let's put a circle shape, probably slightly larger than the record itself. Let's see, stack it up, pushing shift while I resize it so I don't stretch it. Roughly get it there, and then now we can click on that path. Did that work? Try again here. Make sure that's on top. Range. Yep, such a front. Get back on the type on the path tool, and when there's a plus button, click type a word or two. There we go. If we double click here, we can see the type on a path options. We can do top, bottom, center. This has to do with the line, I believe. how it's lining up to the line. So there's the rainbow, there's skew, there's 3D ribbon, stair step, and gravity. You can do baseline, you can do an ascender, which actually puts it in the middle, or like underneath the line, I guess. Descender, center, and then baseline is the default. You can also flip it so that it goes down there. And try your different things. I kind of like descender with flipped. Effect is gravity. I don't really totally, let's see, spacing, what's this? So this just helps you adjust the spacing a bit. Which actually this does look better if I move that. Okay, push OK. So I'm going to make the text white, but just play around with that. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. I just want you to play with the text wrap options. Okay, and then we can also do a spell check. So edit, spelling, dynamic spelling should be checked. So anything that is spelled wrong, if you push W on your keyboard, you can see what's spelled wrong. And it will underline it, underline it in red. So all of this looks like it's spelled wrong because it's in Latin. And so that's why. But if this was a regular word, I mean, it would be underlined in red. So dynamic spelling is nice to have on all the time, but you can also do edit, spelling, check spelling here, and go through just like you would in Word, and fix the spelling in your document. Okay, so the layers panel, we'll go there next. Layers, so we have one layer for everything here currently. Let's add in 2 more layers by clicking on the plus button. We can also delete them by clicking on them and dragging them over the trash can. I'm not going to do that, but so let's add in a background layer. We can double click on them to change the name. It's text, and, or no, maybe images. Might not matter actually, I can't remember which order to put these in. And then text. So background, images, and text. So really we need to go through and order all these layers and put all the images and things in the correct layers. We can go through this document. I'm on the images, and I can grab the little dots here and drag them up into the layers that I want to add them into. So that's how you move things from layer to layer, by selecting them and then grabbing the little dot over here and just dragging them up. So let's grab all the images in our document. Might have to push Control or Command click to get down below things. Okay, yeah. Layers, and then just put that in the images. So, and then we are having a bit of an issue here because the text underneath, but I can push Command and click to get underneath that and bring it up into the text layer. Dang it. Let's try that again. Command click, make sure I'm on the text. I believe that's the text. And drag it up. Okay, here's some more text. I'm going to push Shift to get multiple text boxes selected at the same time and put those into the text box, or the text layer. So obviously this is just one way of doing it. You can decide to do whatever you want as far as ordering your layers go. It's up to you how you order your layers, really. But I think text, images, and background isn't a bad way to go. Some people might put like certain pages in different layers depending on how important they are and how much access they need to them. So how you order your layers is kind of a personal thing, but it's a good idea to use layers just because it's can make it a little easier to work with, especially if you have a lot of elements in your document. Okay, you can change your layer color. You can also open these up to see what's in there. So there's a list there if you open those up. So yeah, I think in the next video I'll go over parent pages, adding in page numbers, and file packaging, and making a PDF of the spread with bleed and crop marks included. Alright, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.